This courtroom session starts off like any ordinary traffic docket, but don't let that fool you. Within minutes, we go from routine fines to a full-blown felony case involving stalking, threats, and procedural chaos. The judge is moving fast, defendants are coming and going, and then suddenly, everything hits a wall over a missing signature. And just when you think it couldn't get more intense, a probation violation case takes center stage with serious consequences on the line. Stick around, because this one escalates quick.
Since September 13th.
Yes.
And I can't do a lot. I'll make it 105, okay? Got to be careful with that. Good luck. Have a good day. Thank you.
Judge, can I interrupt? We have an iPhone out there and they are not answering my chat and I cannot get a name off them.
I'm gonna Toller what in.
No, Toller is in their waiting room. Is he on the iPhone too?
Yeah, that's Kent.
I don't know
Okay.
what Detective Paniak's here around. Do you?
He's on in custody.
It's right there.
Do we have the lawyer ready?
I haven't had a chance to call yet, so.
Well, these guys, what are they doing? Are they meeting with other people? If they are, great. If they're not, they should be in here. Miriam Mahmood Chowdhury. 26F245737. Your name?
Marion Fogger.
You want an informal, ma'am?
No, I just decided that I'm just gonna take.
It's 0 points. It's not even gonna go on your record. To the charge impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible? All right, I'll accept the plea. 55, you can go down the hall and take care of that. You're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you. Who is it?
Shop, he's in with Judge Hudson. He's coming over.
Right off the bat, you can see how efficiently this courtroom operates. Minor traffic violations are handled in seconds please, entered fines, issued, and people sent on their way. But here's what's important. Even small infractions like expired registration still carry financial consequences. The judge is showing leniency, but also reminding everyone to stay compliant. Quick question for you two. You think fines like these actually change driver behavior, or are they just another bill people have to deal with?
Jerry Thomas Reyes. 26B150425.
Yeah. Okay.
Do I have Jerry Thomas Reyes here? Where'd he go? Oh, he didn't show up. Responsible is charged by default. It was scheduled for 9:15.
You gotta recall this one. She's sitting right there.
Yeah, come on up here, ma'am. Doris Jean Oaks Gambos, 26B150403. All right, you're gonna plead responsible to this as to impeding, right?
Correct.
Your name?
Doris Jane Gamos.
All right, you're gonna be careful though, right?
I will.
All right, to the charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Okay, I'm gonna accept the plea 195, dismiss the original charge. You're all set.
Thank you.
Have a good day. All right, are we ready on this? Brackman, Eric Allen Brackman, 216-705-054, FY.
Yeah, we are. Mr. Junkie, we get my time.
Mr. Brackman, your name?
Eric Franklin,
Detective, your name?
Detective Corporal Sean Pontiac, Trenton Police Department.
All right, so let me just get my bearings here. This is a felony. All right, so I have.
Now this is where things start to shift. A no-show results in an automatic responsible by default ruling. This is a big deal. If you don't show up to court, you're essentially forfeiting your chance to defend yourself. And just like that, the court moves on. But notice how quickly we transition from minor cases to something much more serious. A felony case is about to take center stage, and the tone in the room is about to change completely.
intimidating or threatening to kill or injure a witness, 15-year felony, aggravated stalking, 5-year felony, stalking, a 1-year misdemeanor, malicious use of a telecommunications device or a telecommunication service, 6 months. We haven't even done was the signing on record done?
Yes, Your Honor.
Who was it done in front of?
Judge Hessen.
I got a little issue here. Hang on. I don't think. I got to double check this. I don't believe she signed the complaint. It doesn't look like she did sign the complaint or the warrant. Wait a minute. Maybe it's back here.
It would have been last Friday, Your Honor.
Yeah, I can see that. That was the date on everything, but Heather, can you have somebody come down and get this file? I don't see where Judge Hessen signed the complaint or the warrant.
Okay, Judge.
So I can't really proceed until that's done. Can you have somebody come down and grab the file and take it over to Judge Hessen, please?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. So just have a seat and I'll be right with you, okay? Mr. Shemke, I'm sorry. This will take a minute. William Lawson Sowards.
That moment right there, that's a win. Charges dismissed because the defendant didn't actually own the vehicle and was just test driving it. This shows how crucial context is in legal cases. A simple explanation backed by fact scan completely changed the outcome. It also shows the prosecution's willingness to drop weak cases. But be honest, how many people do you think get stuck with charges just because they can't prove their side clearly?
4551.
Don't, so, you come this way. You go south, not turning. Go to the forward.
Your name, sir?
William Sauer.
All right, you want an informal?
Yeah.
How you doing? I remember you. What's that?
Been a long time.
It sure has.
Should I explain what took place?
No, I'm gonna have to give you a court date for the officer to come back.
Oh. I'd like both officers if they could, because I never had a chance to talk to the one that made the decision.
Well, whoever issued the citation is going to be here.
I can't hear very well.
Whoever issued the citation is going to be here.
I reported the accident, an officer came out, and then he had another officer come out.
Well,
And I never had a chance to talk to him. He asked me to wait in the car. He talked to the other guy and then he left and he said the other officer decided that I should get the ticket. And
well, that's fine, but I'm not gonna force the second officer to appear here. If you,
I'm
okay, so we'll set an informal hearing date and you can show up then. What is it, Heather?
That'll be March 31st at 9:30.
So March 31st at 9:30. We'll give you a notice down the hall, okay?
thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Two. All right, what have I got now? Wendell Lee Maddox III. 26F 245 741 A and B, and your name, sir. I also have C.
Here we see another important courtroom dynamic: requests for additional witnesses. The defendant wants both officers present, but the judge makes it clear only the issuing officer is required. This highlights a key limitation in court defendants. Don't always get every piece of testimony they want. It's structured, controlled, and based on legal necessity. So what do you think? Should defendants have more flexibility in bringing in witnesses, or is the court right to keep it streamlined?
So what's he got you doing on these? He's gonna plead, you're gonna plead on the impeding, and they're gonna dismiss the speeding? And are you gonna plead to the no proof and expired plate?
They haven't said nothing to me about anything, Your Honor.
Come here. Uh, So he's got impeding, provided valid proof of insurance plate not renewed. He just needs to write down what he's having me do on all three of these.
Okay.
I can't understand it. Have a seat with, 1 second, okay? Jakari Jones. 26784109.5. I see. Your name?
Jones.
How you doing, Mr. Jones? You should have been a lawyer. You got him to dismiss this, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. You said you didn't own the car. You were test driving it and it was for defective equipment. So they're going to go ahead and dismiss. Case dismissed. You're all set.
Thank you.
Have a great day. James Calvin Poe Jr., 26F245743. Your name?
That moment right there, that's a win. Charges dismissed because the defendant didn't actually own the vehicle and was just test driving it. This shows how crucial context is in legal cases. A simple explanation backed by fact scan completely changed the outcome. It also shows the prosecution's willingness to drop weak cases. But be honest, how many people do you think get stuck with charges just because they can't prove their side clearly?
Calvin Poe Jr.
How you doing, Mr. Poe?
Doing well on yourself?
Not too bad. What are we doing on yours? You're going to plead to impeding?
Yes, responsible.
To that charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible, sir.
All right, I'm gonna accept the plea. I'm gonna dismiss the speeding. Let me just see your, take a peek at your traffic record here. Clean record, 150 is your total. Yeah, sure, we're in the home, you're right, you're all set. Good luck. You too. Who's Kim, your name?
Deshaun Rice.
Who's Kim Marshall? She gonna let you apply the bond? Yes? You've been playing with us for quite a while here. I hope you've enjoyed yourself.
I wouldn't say you, but
Well, what do you do?
it got hard to pay on the tickets because I got kids.
Do you work?
Yeah,
Where do you work?
Home Depot.
How much do you make at Home Depot?
Huh?
How much do you make at Home Depot?
I made 400 every 2 weeks.
How much?
400 every 2 weeks.
$490
$400.
net? How many hours you working?
20. I work part time.
Why aren't you working more?
That's the only job I can find at the moment.
I mean, how long you been working there?
Like 4 months now.
I'm not surprised. I mean, how many kids you have?
2.
How can you support, you have a wife?
Do I have a wife?
Yeah.
None.
But you have 2 kids and you're trying to support them and you're only working 20 hours a week. I mean, what?
That's the best I can do. It's better than 0 hours. That's the way I was looking at it.
Well, go find another job, right?
Yeah.
You graduated high school, right?
Yeah.
You're a smart guy. I can tell by talking to you.
Yes. I'm trying to go back to college right now. Actually.
Well, good, but you're gonna need money to go to college. I'd go find myself another job working 40 hours, 40 plus 20, 60, then you're gonna be okay.
Yeah, that's what
Good luck. We'll apply the bonds. Go down there and apply the bonds. Stop playing with courts like this. Nobody thinks it's funny. I sure don't.
Thank you.
Samuel Lee Hill. Did you talk to a lawyer yet?
He doesn't want to know.
You don't want to talk to a lawyer? Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Recalling Samuel Lee Hill, 25W727451. Your name?
Samuel Lee Hill.
Now this exchange is intense, but also very real. The judge is digging into the defendant's financial situation, questioning how someone can support a family on limited income. This isn't just about fines anymore, it's about responsibility and life choices. The judge's tone might feel harsh, but there's a message here. The court expects effort and accountability. Do you think the judge is being to hear, or is this tough love exactly what's needed?
You now want to waive your right to a lawyer.
I want to say one thing, sir.
You can't say anything until we cover the lawyer aspect. Do you want to listen to me? You told me before you want a lawyer. Now you told my court officer you don't want a lawyer. Do you want a lawyer?
No, Your Honor.
Do you waive your right to a lawyer?
I want to plead guilty.
I didn't ask you that. Do you waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So you understand now, if you plead guilty, I just want to make sure you got one technical violation and you're charged with 3 technical violations and a non-technical violation, which is set forth in count 4.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's transporting a female for prostitution purposes. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, is that case still pending?
Can I read?
I don't know. No, don't read anything. I'm trying to make sure you don't incriminate yourself. Is that case still going on?
Yes, Your Honor.
It's a probable cause conference you just had 10 days ago, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So look, I'm going to cover the first 3 counts with you then.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'm going to ask you, do you understand again all your rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand if you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and we're not going to have a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. To count 1 that you failed to complete 1 day on the court work program, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Did you fail to attend 1 day on the court work program? Did you fail to do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is the count 2 that you failed to attend and complete the domestic violence program with 12-week follow-up? How do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Did you fail to attend that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Count 3 that you failed to pay your fines and costs as ordered. How do you plead to that?
Guilty.
So you failed to attend the court work program, right?
Yes, Your
You
Honor.
didn't pay your fines and costs as you were ordered to, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then you didn't attend the domestic violence program, right?
I attended, but since of the case, it was revoked, Your Honor. But yes, Your Honor, guilty.
All right. Anybody force you to plead guilty?
Can I?
No.
I'm sorry. No.
I know you want to read something. I'm going to let you read whatever you want.
Yes, Your Honor.
I just want to make sure, has anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I don't think I'm going to ask you how you plead on the non-technical case, because you still got that case pending. And I don't need to hear you incriminate yourself. I mean, that's not appropriate for me to be asking you. So I'm just going to enter a not guilty plea as to the technical violation, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you call Jessica?
This is one of the most critical legal moments in the entire video. The judge is extremely careful to protect the defendant from self-incrimination. Even when the defendant tries to explain, the judge stops him, because anything he says could be used against him in another active case. This is a textbook example of how the justice system balances procedure with rights. It might seem restrictive, but it's actually protecting the defendant. Would you have stayed silent in this situation?
All right. Now, what would you like to tell me?
Hi, Your Honor. I am guilty of the probation violation. I am doing my best and would like to ask if you could extend the probation based on the following. I have an attorney for my Oakland County case. My attorney is Neil Brand. My case in Oakland County is being defended as a misunderstanding. I was charged with transporting.
I don't want you to talk about that case at all. I'm not asking you how you plead. I want you to not talk about that one at all. You shouldn't talk about it, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'll listen to whatever else you have to say, but don't talk about the charge in Oakland County.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
I've been working very hard to control my addiction, and that for me it is one day at a time. I am working a good job and have been emotionally relying on family for emotional support. And my attorney, Neil Brand, is handling the entire Oakland County case. I ask you, Your Honor, sincerely for just one more chance. It is a day-to-day struggle, Your Honor. Thank you.
Your
Just
name?
put on there.
Okay. He pled to counts 1 through 3.
I figured I included the last one due to the fact that he is scheduled for a prosecutor review next month, and I didn't want us to lose that due to that fact that he's up for prosecutor review very soon.
Why hasn't he been doing this? Do you know?
So he was attending the classes he was supposed to for a while. He's just missing the follow-ups. He was in rehab at one point. I do have proof of that. The most recent one that he missed, I do believe he was under arrest at that time or around that time, so that could have been the reason for the miss on the most recent one. He has attended a few of the classes, but he's not completed with all of the follow-ups. He's completed 3 days on the court work program. It's just the final day that he was ordered at his last violation to complete that he hasn't finished.
How many classes did he attend, the domestic violence program? How many weeks?
She didn't give me an exact on how many dates he completed, so I don't have that.
How many times did you go?
I went, I believe it was 2 or 3 times, Your Honor.
Well, you were supposed to do the program with 12-week follow-up. You're not even close.
I know, Your Honor.
What's going on?
To be
I took
honest,
this under 7694A, and you had the chance to keep this off your record, and I sentenced you back on February the 4th of 25.
the whole month of January, I was in rehab, Your Honor.
What kind of addiction?
Cocaine, Your Honor.
We have proof of that?
I have proof that he was in rehab during the month of January. Your Honor.
Where do you work?
I just got a new job at Amazon here. And I should be starting Sunday and Monday are my training days. And I've been doing my best to get as much money as possible by door dashing every single day.
He only owes 1 day on the court work program? All right, Heather, I'm going to need a new review hearing date in the end of July. I'm going to go ahead and extend your probation for a period of 6 months until August the 4th. You're going to pay additional costs of 75, additional probation supervision fees of 120. You're to serve an additional day on the court work program and pay 35 for that. You're to complete the domestic violence program with 12-week follow-up. Probation to set up terms and conditions of set up payment terms. So you can meet with Ms. O'Donnell.
This case wraps up with a powerful reminder of how the justice system works at multiple levels. From quick traffic violations to serious probation issues, every decision carries weight. The judge ultimately gives the defendant another chance, extending probation, adding requirements, and making it crystal clear this is the last opportunity. It's a mix of accountability and mercy, showing how courts aim to correct behavior, not just punish it.